great update, what you have to know about subsidiary protection here in Italy. There are many people who have subsidiary protection, but up till now, they don't know the meaning and they don't know the rights which they have with this kind of permit. So to those who it may concern living across Italy, either you have the documents already or you're about to have it, you have to listen attentively in case if your judge or if your lawyer call you that yes, the judge have received subsidiary protection for you. This is opportunity for you to now know in advance what these documents stand for, the rights which you have with it, and then what you can do, and then people who are entitled to have this kind of permit. This is what Prince TV have come to now explain to you guys. In my last video about documents, I stated how protectionist specially work, all you have to know. But this time around, we are going to be talking the basic information relating to subsidiary protection. Now listen, because this video is also articulated. For subsidiary protection holders, permesso per protezione sussidiaria, he said here, you are entitled to subsidiary protection and the permesso di soggiorno per protezione sussidiaria if you did not fulfill all the requirements for refugee status, but still face a real risk of suffering serious harm if you return to your country of origin. So now, the meaning of this subsidiary protection, the name alone will let you know that it is the substitute of asilo politico. So if you did not qualify for refugee status, they can also consider you to now have what they call subsidiary protection, which also lasts for 5 years. So the substitute to asilo politico in reality, according to the law, supposed to be subsidiary protection. So that is what this document stands for. And let's go a little bit forward. He said here, serious harm means the risk of death penalty or execution, torture or inhuman degrading treatment or punishment. Another one again, he said, serious and individual threats to your life by reason of indiscriminate violence in situation of international or internal armed conflict. So these are the reasons which they are going to now check in before giving you this subsidiary protection, if they see that you didn't qualify for asilo politico. And let's go a little bit forward. He said, how long is it valid for? This document valid for 5 years. He said this kind of permesso is valid for 5 years and can be renewed. So that is it. Then he said, how long will it take to get it? Many people here in Italy, they ask, how long will it take for one to get documents here in Italy? Now listen to what they stated in the case of subsidiary protection. Italian government guidelines suggest it should not take longer than 1 year between the time you go for your commission interview and the time you get your permesso per protezione sussidiaria. Unfortunately, most of the time you may need to wait up to or even over 2 years. Una know how it dey be. So according to Italian guideline, according to Italian law, if you seek asylum here in Italy, it shouldn't take more than 1 year for you to get response. But the law is not working. They are not taking it to be in that way because of many people there for queue. So that is just it. That is why they stated here. Unfortunately, most of the time you may need to wait up to or even more than 2 years. So that is just it. And listening to this important aspect of it, people who think that subsidiary protection is not being reviewed when you go to renew. Now listen to what they stated here. He said, how can I renew this kind of permesso? He said, to renew your permesso per protezione sussidiaria, you will need to make an appointment at the questura. When it reviews your renewal request, the questura may ask the territorial commission whether the situation in your country of origin has changed and whether you will still in danger if you return. So this is one thing you have to know. Second thing here is check whether you have been convicted of any crime since receiving subsidiary protection. This is another ground again. The last one they stated, very important for those people who think that with subsidiary protection they can just go straight to their country of origin. And listen to what they stated before you make your mistake. He said here, examine whether you have traveled back to your country of origin since receiving subsidiary protection. So these are the ground, these are the things they are going to check before they renew your subsidiary protection. Now make, when I go see some people that go put document for renew, you know go come out, you go to waste time. Now all these things that they check. If they check say yes, you get any of the victim when you fall, Now there you go see say they won't come hear from you again, calling you for commission again. Now listen to this part here. He said, can the questioner find out whether I travel to my country of origin? This is a question. He said, when you go to renew your permesso, the questioner will ask you to show your national passport or your travel documents. If the questioner see a stamp from your home country, it will ask the National Commission for Rights of Asylum, CDNA, to advise on the renewal of your permesso. This CDNA, there are people who in charge of asylum. Now, if they see that all these three things I mentioned, you fall victim of it, then they will now be asking for the authorization from the CDNA if they have to renew your solidarity protection or not. So that is just it. Let's go a little bit forward. He said, the CDNA coordinates and guides the Territorial Commission on carrying out its tasks and is responsible for revoking international protection. You might understand. Listen, he said, the CDNA will consider each trip back to your country and determine whether the reason you travel were important or urgent. He said, it may seem your trip as proof that the danger of serious harm, which is the reason you receive solidarity protection, no longer exists. This means they can decide not to renew your permesso de sojourner. So those people will be like, so now when they use solidarity protection till they go or direct to your country, if, for example, they see that your passport have been stamped already, they will not consult the help of CDNA. And the CDNA will be the one to be in charge to now see if the reason why they give you that solidarity protection is not there again, because you cannot go back to your country of origin. That is when they will now revoke the document out from you, then you remain with zero. So get this point yourself. Now let's go a little bit forward here. He said, if you are planning to travel back to your home country, make sure you first get in touch with a lawyer who can advise you on your situation. He said, a lawyer can also help you determine whether your reason for traveling would be considered important by CDNA, who decide on a case-by-case basis. That is just it. Now let me give you guys the rights which you have with this kind of permit. He said, what right do I have as a holder of this permesso? He said, with solidarity protection, you have the rights to stay in a spa center. Your rights to reception include material reception, meaning food, medical attention, and hygienic products. The other one again is work in Italy, but not in any other European country. Then we also have access the Italian healthcare system, SSN, access the Italian public education system, access the Italian welfare system, and then also ask to bring your family to Italy through family unification. I made this video 9 months ago. You can bring your family with a 5 years document, so it is possible. Register with the registry office of your local commune, which give you the right to get the carta d'identità. Apply for the permesso EU per soggiornato di lungo periodo to work or study in other European countries after 5 years of living in Italy, and if you meet the certain conditions. So after 5 years of it, you can apply for carta soggiorno. That is the meaning of this last one. So guys, that is just it. Let me end this story here. Now, giving you guys all you have to know about solidarity protection. So if you have any question, you can still keep it on the comment section. Make una give me a good encouragement by sharing out this video so that it go reach people when need them. So please, with a maximum respect, share out this video. And then if you like the video, do want to give me a thumbs up while I go remain your host here, Prince TV. If I get something like say it makes sense like this, I need to settle down, explain, give una know how it be. Agree all of una.